I'd like to show you one of the great many books that are out in the market for jazz ed. This book worked for me personally and in teaching. Gary Campbell, great saxophone player, came out with this book called Expansions. This is an older version. You don't see this one around much. You see this one, the same book. This he put it out, or a publisher put it out. Switch publishers for some reason, but this is great. This book is lean. There's not a lot of text in it. You don't get bogged down with a lot of that, and it's great, and it's extremely clear. It's crazy clear. And what Gary does is this: he gives you a device, shows you how to drill it, then shows you how it applies. Done. That's it. But it's big. It's really important. For example, he'll say a device would be maybe a pentatonic scale, major pentatonic, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and this is what it is. Here are a couple different shapes and patterns you can learn it in. You practice it. You have to do the work. Then it'll go on to say, if you see a major chord, you could run your major pentatonic off step 1. Or step 5. So if you see a B-flat major chord, you can run B-flat pentatonic or F pentatonic. If you want it to be Lydian on a B-flat, you could run the C pentatonic. So what he'll say is, here's a device, this is how you drill it, and then for whatever chord quality you might see, the step that you would use this on, or the step that you would build this pentatonic on, is such and such. If you saw a G minor chord, you go to the minor third, and it'd be B-flat pentatonic, B-flat major pentatonic. You can go to F pentatonic, the 7th step. You can go to C pentatonic, the 4th step. So I may be making it sound a little too complicated. It's not complicated at all. Gary gives you a technique, drill it, and then when you see your chord, these are the pentatonics that you could use that fit that chord. And one pentatonic can be, man, you can have all kinds of uses for it. You could have a C pentatonic on the C chord. You could have a C pentatonic on a B-flat major chord. You could have a C pentatonic on an A minor chord. You could have a C pentatonic on a G sus chord. You could have a C pentatonic on an F sharp altered 7 chord. So he shows you that, and it's great. And it's not just pentatonics. This is he goes through some devices, pentatonic, minor pentatonic, pentatonic with a flat 6, augmented scale, which is not the whole tone scale. Remember that. Tritone scale. Then he gets into some triad pairs. So Gary gives you a couple different devices, tells you how to drill them, tells you how to plug in. And it's so clear and as simple as it sounds, and as brief as this book, or as small as this book looks. You could spend a decade on what he gives you. And it's along the lines of the Patterns for Jazz book, where you get it in one key, and then you have to put it in all the different keys. It doesn't have everything written out. It gets back into that thing where you have to put it in other keys, which helps your ear. It builds your ear. So by you putting it in different keys, gets the ear going, and that's really great. So Gary Campbell, Expansions, great book. If you're improvising a little bit, or even if you're a beginning improviser and you want to see how some of these devices fit, this book is great. I've used it, and when my students catch on to what Gary's doing, they just run with it. They totally understand it. Very clear, very clear. Expansions, Gary Campbell, great saxophone player, great teacher, great guy.